Greetings to everybody. I am Akanksha and I would like to introduce you to our team members Ashutosh Sao, Manjima Paul, Shreyashi Rudra and Jabji Julka. Today we will discuss about ethics in business and how it influences everyday operations and business choices. In this presentation, we'll also cover the importance and principle of ethics, their role in business, and its benefits. Then we'll talk about a use case where business ethics help an organization to grow and evolve. Lastly, I'll finish by summarizing the main points of the entire discussion. So, before moving into business ethics, let's first know what is ethics. Ethics are called moral philosophy, the discipline concerned with what is morally good and bad and morally right and wrong. It is derived from the Greek word ethos, which means way of living. In a broader sense, ethics reflects on human beings and their interaction with nature and with other humans, on freedom, on responsibility, and on justice too. The business ethics is moreover the same. It represents the moral duty of an organization and its employees have to their customer, clients, and wider society. These business ethics are the fundamental foundation of trust between business and their key stakeholders. As India strives to be a global economic superpower, businesses are putting greater emphasis on ethics. The principle of honesty and integrity have solidified business relationships over generations. Indian consumer reward ethical businesses with their loyalty. Therefore, it continues to be a key push factor on their growth and longevity. Now let's look into why business ethics are so important. First, goodwill. Business in India have traditionally functioned on the basis of goodwill. In the absence of technology, it was word of mouth that followed businesses to flourish. An organization known for its trustworthiness attracts more customers and larger investments. Second, prevention of malpractice. Business ethics helps you to stay accountable. It sets clear guidelines for right and wrong. When your co-worker witness your commitment to the values of honesty and integrity, they too will follow in your example. Third, it reduces risk and cost. Striving to do the right thing always pays back. When business compromise on their moral values, they are at risk of losing loyal customers. The rise of social media has made it much easier for followers to challenge a corporate's ethical standards. Consumers will be loyal to your work if you respect their emotional and financial investments in your brand. It also attracts investment. As India emerges as world superpower, business ethics have become increasingly important. Investors are more likely to invest in you if they believe that they can trust you. Similarly, foreign investors are more likely to partner with Indian companies if that they show a commitment to integrity and fidelity. It also attracts talented employees. Whether you are a highly qualified job seeker or a millennial trying to secure your first job or applying for a job with an ethically sound corporation will be the top of your list. Not only you will feel more motivated to work for a trustworthy brand, but the experience will also stand out on your resume. Lastly, it also promotes business health. Acting with integrity reduces your mental stress and maintains a healthy balance. When you feel you are making more positive impact on society, you will have a more disciplined approach to your work. This in turn will improve the quality of your work. A happier workplace leads to a greater productivity and profitability. Now, a team member, Ashutosh, will take you through the primary role of business ethics in an organization.
Thank you, Akansha, for the valuable information. Now, let me start with the role of ethics in business. Now, what are the role of ethics in business? The first point is leadership and management of the company. Now, what's come under leadership and management of the company? The leadership and management of the company sets the atmosphere operation in the company. Their philosophy is adapted by the employees of the company right from the bottom to from the top. Creating an ethical and trustworthy environment helps in attracting and retaining valuable talents. It attracts and retain valuable talents, and it also keeps the working atmosphere healthy so that everyone can thrive in it. Now, the next point is employ and teams. Ethical practices build more trust and cohesion among employee of the company. This greatly affects the productivity and in turn greatly improves the company's profit because if the employees do well, then the companies do well. Now, the next point is community and investors. Research shows that a company knows for its good practices is also favored by the customer and investors. They believe in that company whose ethics are good. For example, Tata company is trusted by everyone, and even the investors invest in it, and the company is also earning good amount of profit. Now, the next point is CSR, or we can also say corporate social responsibility. A part of good business ethics, CSR has been found to greatly benefit a company's profit and shares. CSR is an exhaustive and effective business practices, a key feature of all sustainable and successful business model around the globe. Thank you. Now, the next part will be explained by Monjama. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashutosh. The principle of business ethics are seven principles of their business ethics, and they are accepted accountability is an acceptance of responsibility for honest and ethical conduct towards others. It helps the official make better decision in public interest. The second point is care and respect. Being valued and treated respectfully help to promote a position in work culture. And the third point is honesty. Is a key characteristic of business because it sets the tone for the kind of work culture and builds loyalty and trust the customers. The fourth point is healthy competition in workplace, described as a motivation to employee for reach their goals. The fifth point is loyalty and respect commitment. All disagreements between business and their employees should resolve internally away from the eyes of public. Employee are stay faithful in business vision and promoting business brands. The sixth point is information. Information among business customers, employee or partners is includes both positive and negative information, terms and conditions, or any other crucial information. The second and the last point is respect for rules of law. In business, creates a stable environment where plan can be made, property can be made protected. Now, Shivashikaran would like to explain benefit of business ethics.
Okay, thank you, Monjima. Now I'm going to speak on benefits of ethics in business. So the benefits of business ethics include ethics in business provide competitive advantages for companies as customers and investors would rather associate with businesses that are transparent. Being compliant with set business ethics improves a business's image, making it more attractive to talent, customers, and investors. Ethics in business help create a motivating work environment where employees love to be since their morals are aligned with company's morals. Though complying with ethical practices is most voluntary, some ethical business practices are mandatory, such as obeying the rule of law. Early compliance saves businesses from future legal action, such as large fitness or business failure resulting from non-compliance with rules and regulations. Now, the drawbacks of ethics in business are developing, implementing, adjusting, and maintaining ethics in business takes time, especially when a business is just recovering from reputation scandal due to poor ethics. Ethics also need to be regularly updated by businesses due to changes in business laws and regulations. Now, the second point is the possible trade-off between ethics and profit is another issue. Ethic in business can affect a business's ability to fully maximize profit-making opportunities. For example, an ethical business with a production factory in a developing country would not try to cut down on labor costs by unethical means. Such means could include increasing profits by paying low wages or making employees work overtime without compensation. Instead, an ethical business would make sure to create a nurturing work environment, even if this leads to lower profits. Now, the next part would be introduced by Jabji.
Thank you, Shreyashi. I will be explaining today about how business ethics helps companies to grow along with the user case. By behaving according to a high ethical standard, companies can strengthen the drive to succeed internally among executive management teams and staff. Furthermore, companies can attract and keep investors who themselves are attracted to companies that align with their own standards of ethical behavior. In other words, business ethics can help companies to build long lasting, solid reputations and financial success. I would like to explain it with a user case, and it would include two parts, the internal part and the external part. I would be talking about the company Apple. As we know, Apple is a $2.8 trillion company and it is the first company to reach that mark. Internally, if I speak, Apple had a supplier named Suyan Electronics. When Apple found out that a company is using child labor to manufacture its products, so it took it as their social responsibility to stop working with the Suyan Electronics company, since it was not ethical to employ children who were under 14 years of age. So it further shows how Apple is an ethical company towards its suppliers. Along with that, I would like to describe a case report of 2017 when FBI contacted Apple to unlock a gangster's mobile phone so that they could have important data which would help in their case. But as we all know, Apple is talked about its privacy and security, and they further had the right to even deny FBI to share the important to unlock the mobile phone, which further shows that how Apple is also good towards its customers as well. Now, I would like to pass it on to my friend Akansha to talk about the bottom line of business ethics.
Thank you everyone for your beautiful insights on business ethics. This brings me to the end of our presentation. I would like to summarize by saying with consistent ethical behavior comes an increasingly positive public image. There are few other considerations as important to potential investors and current shareholders, but to retain a positive image, business must be committed to operating on an ethical foundation as it relates to the treatment of employees, respecting the surrounding environment, and fair market practices in terms of price and consumer treatment. Thank you so much for your interest and attention. Talk soon. Bye.